Welcome to the Upside Journal podcast. As Agentic AI shifts from hype to infrastructure in 2026, the real differentiator isn't the code, it's the team. Today, we're presenting the Diaspora Operator's Guide to Building Cross-Continent Teams that Scale. So we're going to dive right into this explainer and unpack exactly what that means for you as an operator on the ground. Let's set the stakes here for 2026. Tech, it's basically a commodity now. Everybody has access to the exact same foundational AI models, right? But the actual human infrastructure to manage and govern these autonomous systems across continents, that is the new moat. It's really all about how human intelligence orchestrates artificial intelligence. To help you build these teams systematically, we're going to walk through a 4-act playbook today. We'll cover the talent flywheel, team architecture, sovereign governance, and finally, the culture playbook. All right, let's jump straight into Act 1, the Agentic AI talent flywheel. So, African tech talent is incredibly sought after in the global AI ecosystem right now. Literally, everyone wants a piece. But traditional enterprises just keep hitting a brick wall. They struggle massively with cultural alignment and, retaining people when they try to build out these distributed teams. And that's exactly where diaspora operators have a massive structural edge. Because they naturally bridge Africa, Europe, and North America, they create this amazing talent engine that perfectly blends global standards with deep local insight. You're not just hiring coders here. You're sourcing and, more importantly, retaining multi-agent system builders who intuitively get the nuances of multiple markets. Moving right along to Act 2, cross-continent team architecture. This is where we shift from the who to the where and the how. Listen, the old way is completely dead. You absolutely cannot just hire people across 3 different continents, toss them a Slack login, pray they read the pinned messages, and just hope for the best. Anyone who has actually tried managing a chaotic remote setup across 5 time zones knows that kind of fragile architecture will just completely collapse under autonomous systems. The 2026 way demands highly intentional hub-and-spoke models and, honestly, strict distributed rigor. So geographically, what does this actually look like? Well, it looks like core hubs in places like London, New York, or Lagos, handling the high-level strategy and governance. Then you build out delivery spokes in thriving ecosystems, places like Nairobi, Accra, and Johannesburg, that are focused purely on rapid execution. It neatly separates the high-level thinking from the rapid doing, all while letting you tap into these absolutely incredible remote talent pools. And within that structure, you deploy what we call agentic workflow pods. These are basically small, fully autonomous teams that own specific AI verticals from end to end. But here is the secret sauce. This literally only works with intentional time zone overlapping rituals and unified observability. A pod member sitting in New York and one in Nairobi must see the exact same data at the exact same time. You need synchronous windows to actually sit down and problem solve together. But, of course, moving at that kind of speed across borders introduces some very real risk. Which brings us to Act 3, sovereign AI governance. You simply can't move fast if you're constantly breaking regional data laws. It's a huge bottleneck. Standard tech companies are out there constantly patching stringent Western compliance like GDPR together with all these emerging African data laws. Honestly, it's a total mess. Diaspora leaders, however, they build sovereign by design solutions from day one. Your data architecture naturally respects the localized laws of the region it's operating in without needing those clunky, stressful after-the-fact workarounds. So, to actually execute this in your own organization, you need agent audit layers that are visible literally everywhere. Your governance hub in London absolutely must be able to seamlessly audit the AI actions managed by your spoke in Accra. And you for sure need cross-functional ethics councils with heavy diaspora representation to keep that oversight not just legally sound, but culturally aware too. All right, which brings us to the most crucial human element, Act 4, the culture and execution playbook. If you treat cultural fluency as just some HR afterthought, I guarantee your distributed teams will fracture. You have to treat it as core infrastructure, and you do that through context transfer. That is the rigorous documentation of both cultural and operational context. So the why and the how are explicitly understood across every single node of your organization. Okay, so here's the execution playbook for making that happen. First, leverage your shared cultural context to iterate rapidly. When people just get each other, they move so much faster, right? Second, invest heavily in documenting that context. You've got to make the implicit explicit. And finally, celebrate the hybrid wins where technical AI breakthroughs meet tangible human impact. That right there is what actually unites continents across digital platforms. And hey, this isn't just some feel-good theory. The early movers tapping into these exact diaspora-led strategies, they are seeing a massive 30 to 40% improvement in team retention, plus way faster deployment cycles. It's a real game changer. Get the human infrastructure right, and the tech practically scales itself. So I want you to look internally at your own operational bottlenecks right now. Ask yourself, what is your biggest challenge in building cross-continent AI teams? Is it sourcing the talents? Is it setting up the hub and spoke architecture? Maybe it's governance or the culture? Identifying that bottleneck is your absolute first step towards scaling. Technology is a commodity. Your execution framework is your moat. If you are building cross-continent AI teams, subscribe to the Upside Journal. Access the full operator playbook at theupsidejournal.com. See you in the next daily drop.